Soldiers who received prosthetics with you, they went back to the front lines to,
Yes.
to fight again?
Yes. Program, we put it for approximately 3-4 weeks, where they come, they get tested. We right away put them in check sockets. Within 1 or 2 days, they are all walking. And then we get them ramp up on serious activity more and more, where they can walk up to 2 miles per day. And then they go to, after 2 weeks, we send them to another state so we can reach out to more people. And in that state, they go and meet and greet local Ukrainian diaspora, and they do some fundraising as well. Then they come back for checkup and leave back to Ukraine. Before New Year, we knew approximately 8 soldiers went back to frontline. Approximately 12,000 right now in Ukraine are in need of prosthetic care. Ukraine will get stronger and better, and Ukraine will be able, in 2-3 years, will be fully independent, taking care of this. But right now they need our help, and we will do our best. And again, we thankful for small and big donation. All matters.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Ukrainian guide Olena, and in this video I have a great pleasure and great honor to present you Protest Foundation. This is an amazing team that helps Ukrainian civilians, soldiers, and children. And I hope this interview will help to raise donations and to help as many people as possible. So for you guys, I ask you very much to press the like button, to write a comment, even a heart will be enough, and to spread the word about this. Tell about this organization to your friends. So together we can, every little contribution can make a big difference.
Thank you for having us. We really appreciate spreading the word, because right before war started, we had one person, Bogdan from Dnipro, who came and happened to be in Yuri's house, and Yuri was bringing him to me to get his prosthetic care. So this happened a week before war started. And when war started, we called each other and started to talk with Yuri, like what we can do. A lot of people went to Ukraine, went to surrounding countries to help refugees running from the war. And we decided, like, okay, God, why you put us in here in the United States, and what our potential is that we can do right in here. So we decided to start opening nonprofit, and we got 501c form approved. We started to collect data, how many people need prosthetic care and who has passport, who is healed. So first group arrived end of July, which was very hard to get first group in to plow the road for us for first group. And since then, we helped 36 amputees right now. It's very, very touching for us that we can help these people, bring them to United States. We can help them to come get prosthetic care. We can give them a little vacation from sirens. We can also bring awareness to Americans what's going on, to show these people behind bombed buildings. So first group of patients were 5 soldiers, and the most memorable one was when he looked around, he said, this exactly what we want Ukraine to look like. When he looked around Minneapolis, and then second what he said to me, actually his wife called him when he was accepted by us. They lost hope. They didn't know where to go, what to do, how to do things. And he said, there is God. If we were accepted and we're gonna go to United States, there is God. It's like, that was for us very touching moments, like, wow, how people are desperate to get this help.
And later, after these 5 soldiers, who else received this kind of help?
After first 5 amputees that we got 2 kids and 1 civilian. Civilian was from Bucha, who lost his hand, and 2 kids, 9-year-old Artyom his dad was carrying him on himself, and another brother was running next to go to shelter, because first rocket hit their house and it went in flames. Then while they were running into shelter, second rocket hit, which killed his dad, his brother, and he lost his left hand that he was holding to his dad. Second boy is Alex, who's 12 years old. He was playing on his playground and suddenly rocket hit. And he said, I was running to house and for some reason my leg wasn't listening to me. That exact words what he was saying. And you know, the most desperate thing in all of this, when you're listening to these stories, you look through the window and you want to check, am I still in 21st century, or I got back to 19th century? But at the same time, we will do our best to make easier for these people. We work closely with Ministry of Health of Ukraine, which give us permission and all paperwork so they can leave Ukraine. They come to Poland, and a United States Embassy is giving them visas, and then they arrive to Minneapolis. When they arrive to Minneapolis, around 200, 300 people meet them at airport. It's Americans, it's Ukrainian diaspora here. So they are very touched when they come out and they are meted and greeted with Ukrainian hymn and with bread and salt, Ukrainian custom of welcoming. Then we come to clinic. Protest Foundation has now own clinic where they come and they spend every day here 9 to 5. And they sleep actually in Protest Foundation has own van that gets them from clinic to the house. In the house, we have volunteers coming and cooking, volunteers coming and taking care of house. And they own, each one of them have separate rooms. Sometimes they two of them in a room, depending how many people we have. And they spend time in a clinic 9 to 5 every single day, where they working with me and other prosthetists, volunteers that coming to our clinic, physical therapists, occupational therapists, and we together program, we put it for approximately 3-4 weeks, where they come, they get tested, we right away put them in check sockets. Within 1 or 2 days, they are all walking. And then we get them ramp up on their activity more and more, where they can walk up to 2 miles per day. And then they go to, after 2 weeks, we send them to another state so we can reach out to more people. And in that state, they go and meet and greet local Ukrainian diaspora, and they do some fundraising as well. Then they come back for checkup and leave back to Ukraine. I will say, according to our data, approximately before New Year, we knew approximately 8 soldiers went back to frontline.
Soldiers who received prosthetics with you, they went back to the front lines?
Yes.
To fight again?
Yes. It's very hard to see them that they are on prosthetics and they went back to Bakhmut or other hot areas of fighting, and they are saying that thank you for helping us and we are back fighting. And it's like, wow, I never expected that it's like people are so motivated to go back and fight, and they will be so determined that they will go back to front line.
Just to make it clear, by law, they are not required to go back to the front line. They now can stay at home. They can stay abroad, because if you have a disability, then you can leave Ukraine by law, but they choose to come back and even to fight again. This is
Yes. Yeah.
this is very, very, very impressive. So how many people do you have now, and who are these people?
Right now we have two kids. We left them to stay because they are growing, so we need to do adjustments. So two kids, then 10 more people we have stay with us here. So right now, fitting process we are doing for 10 people, 11 people.
How much one prosthetic costs, and where do you get your funds from?
So we are fully funded by individual donations, and sometimes other nonprofits hear about us, and they will donate and support us. Otherwise, I will say that it's not easy for us right now because we are new nonprofit, but we were surprised that up to date we raised over $1 million, and we were able to see total of 46 people, and we provided total, because some people get sport prosthetic as well, and have like one of my invention is bent knee prosthetic. It's called, you can Google it. So they're getting those as well. So when they get home and they are sore from walking a lot during days, they're getting those prosthetics where they can bend their knee. So total, we provided for 5 upper extremity patients, 11 different prosthetics, regular overall 146 different prosthetics we provided for these 46 people. And we spent approximately, for these 146 prosthetics that we provided for these 46 people, we spent almost 1.1 million. And that is for us huge blessing. Multiple times I like to say to Americans, thank you for building great country where I came 16 years ago. Actually, today is 16 years since I came to United States. And I'm part of this blessing that was created by these people. And not only blessing for us, but we can go and help our country where we came from. It's huge.
Where did you come from?
I came from Western Ukraine, Transcarpathian region, 16 years ago. I'm back in Ukraine. I was orthopedic surgeon. So when I came to United States, it was hard to become a doctor. So I choose close by something field, and I choose to be a prosthetist.
And and your team, other doctors, who are they? Who are these people? How you managed to? Because as probably you need a lot of people to maintain the clinic and do all of this work. So how did you manage to open the clinic?
We are often we hear this from soldiers. They will come. They will say, cold, welcoming Minnesota. And it's really true. Minnesota is cold, but I'm shocked how welcoming Minnesota and other states as well. But we have over 150 volunteers. Some groups are cooking food, some working on a house, some driving, some bringing to different appointments, and also a lot of volunteers coming to our office for translation, for technical work, for practitioners. We have over like 15 different practitioners who coming and helping me before work, after work, on weekends, to do as much as possible and to do best quality what we can in this time for these 3 weeks when they are here. We found that 3 weeks is optimal time when they can arrive, be fitted, get stronger, learn how to use prosthetic, and then be able to return back to Ukraine. We actually leaving Ukraine tomorrow. We want to go and service all those patients that were fitted here. So we are opening a clinic in Ukraine as well to help Ukrainians this desperate time, so we can follow up with those patients in Ukraine. In Western Ukraine, we're gonna be where is our clinic in Svalava. We gonna see 31 patients that we seen last year, 31 patients.
And how many more patients do you want to help? How many do you want to have in America?
Depending on our funding, but we will really like to help approximately 120 amputees this year.
Well, I hope you will succeed.
Yeah, we hope. We have the potential for that. We have manpower. We have clinic where we fully set up that we can do everything here. So when patients arrive here, we fully do casting, fitting, fabrication. So process is always continuously, so we are not wasting 1 minute to leave it, like to wait for parts. So before group arrives, we have all parts ordered and ready to go, because a lot of soldiers go back to frontline. We are using all new components, which cost more for us, but at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm providing them good parts. So if when they go to frontline, it doesn't have bigger chance to break.
Well, you must make a very good prosthetics if soldiers, after visiting your clinic, not only can have like full life, but even go and fight on these prosthetics. This is really impressive.
Yes, I will say that having schooling here in United States and working in very advanced clinics before I fully switched to prothese, that helped me to do state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line prosthetics. Because and why America's prosthetic care is so advanced, because sadly, war in Iraq, Afghanistan, Vietnam, all those wars improved prosthetic care. And same thing in Ukraine, prosthetic care will be much more advanced after war. But right now, because system is so overwhelmed, we decided that is the best time for us to step up and help Ukraine.
How much time do you plan to spend in Ukraine?
We approximately gonna spend 2.5 weeks, and then we plan to come because we have 8 more amputees coming on March 8th. And we also have 5 specialists that Congress is bringing for them to get training through, I believe it's called like COIL program, where they're gonna bring 5 specialists from Ukraine to get training as well. So they will do training in our clinic as well.
So you see how it grows in so many directions now.
Yes, we are very happy that as we are helping amputees, we're gonna be bringing more specialists, prosthetists, orthotists, technicians, physical therapists, that we can share this knowledge so they can go back and be more advanced in prosthetic care. That way we are in multiple directions approaching this problem and not just one way.
How we can help, how my subscribers and their friends, how we can help.
Donations, that is one of things. You can go on protestfoundation.com website, and there is multiple ways of donating. And that definitely goes long ways. Approximately, we counted approximately 15,000. It's a minimal would cost approximately one patient with flight and prosthetic care. So because prosthetic parts are pretty expensive, so that will be the best help. And also pray for us, pray for Ukraine, so war stops and we are not witnessing this horrible tragic that these people are going through. And that's what I can say.
Do you have now like a list of people that, like, are there people in the list who need your help?
First priority gets its kids because they are the most vulnerable. Then second, we decided to do soldiers because them coming back, initially we didn't think that they will go back to frontline. We learned it as we went, but also imagine this fully capable soldier that's suddenly laying on a bed, that he feels that he's burdened for his family, burdened for his community. And to help them, that it's harder for them to overcome. You know, we are all familiar what's going on with our veterans here in the United States when they over time dealing with post-traumatic syndrome. So that encouraged us to take soldiers and then civilians. So we have right now, as of today, 741 amputees that sign up for our program. And if by end of this year, we're gonna help 120 more amputees, that just means that we will help 160, 170 amputees. And it's long list to go. And this is just portion of what Ukraine needs. We are not even talking about, because system is all working more on war railroad to say, this is what right now is fully taking care of more soldiers. But what about those civilians, that diabetic patients? According to Ministry of Health, approximately 12,000 right now in Ukraine are in need of prosthetic care. 12,000. And it's like, but at the same time, we will do our best to help to do what we can. Ukraine will get stronger and better, and Ukraine will be able, with our help, initially will be able to, in 2-3 years, will be fully independent, taking care of this. But right now they need our help, and we will do our best. And again, we thankful for small and big donation, all matters. And to say one more thing, if we still have a few minutes, when we started this project, so more people, we published, you can see on our Facebook, Instagram, we literally put a small video where I'm asking amputees to apply. And suddenly at night, we will get like $3.21. $5.46. It's like, what that means, why people will donate. And when we looked closely, actually Ukrainians were donating first, and because of exchange rate, it will come up with this weird number. But that encouraged us even more to see how Ukrainians stepped up and started to donate, because they see how desperate need, how many people in need of prosthetic care there.
I can't find enough of words to say how grateful I am for your so important work, and how happy I am to meet you tonight, and people like you who make such a big difference, and who do such amazing work, and who can gather around you a team of other people, and together you can do something so good and meaningful. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you for having us, and thank you for spreading word about this. And together we will do the best what we can.